morning, everyone. Thank you for coming here to announce a wonderful new project in West Louisville. I'm Bennett Knox with Louisville Metro Parks. I'm proud to be standing here before you today to announce a grant from the National Recreation and Park Association. It's a $195,000 grant for Chickasaw Pond to advance the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative. So I'm going to MC today, and I'm proud to introduce Mayor Fisher, who's going to kick it off for us. Thank you.
We wanted to be outside, but it's a little dreary. That'll pave the way for the sunshine later on. When people think about Louisville, one of the things that they frequently talk about is our world-class park system, how it kind of gives us authenticity of place. They also will talk about our wonderful Olmsted Park system as well. And when you think about how we're trying to develop our city and we talk about our city values around lifelong learning, health, and compassion, it all comes beautifully together in our park system. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Chickasaw and a couple of other of our metro parks as well. Parks are a place for us to renew ourselves. They're a place for families to get together, recreate, have some good sporting activity as well. So anytime that we can get help to make our parks a better place, I'm excited to do that, and that's why I'm proud to announce that Metro Parks has received a $195,000 grant from the National Recreation and Parks Association through their Great Urban Parks campaign. All right. These are really competitive efforts. We are one of 10 organizations nationwide to receive this competitive grant, and the funding is going to help us advance the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative, which helps young people connect with nature and the vitamin N that comes with that. This two-year grant will help fund the next phase of our outdoor recreation initiative in Chickasaw Park, and we're getting additional in-kind engineering support from MSD. So a big shout out and thank you to MSD, Tony Parrott and your team. Thank you very much. We're going to be really happy because one of the things we're going to do is renovate Chickasaw Pond, which we've wanted to do for quite some time for safe community use. So we're talking about fishing, introduction to the basics of canoeing, and environmental education. The grant also supports a number of other programs, including a woodland restoration project at Jefferson Memorial Forest through our Louisville Echo program that Bennett's been leading for a long time, so thank you, Bennett, for that. This work also complements the educational program that we're planning for the Shawnee Outdoor Learning Center that we're looking forward to. In addition to MSD, I want to thank our other partners who help us maintain our world-class park system and use them as learning and development spaces. Sevi Ghosh, thanks to you and your team at the Metro Parks for us. Sevi. I also want to thank the Metro Parks Foundation, who's doing a great job, and want to remind everybody to get out and see the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular, that we're raising some money for the Metro Parks Foundation there. We are really blessed to have the Olmsted Parks Conservancy in our city with all of the good work that they do in fundraising and rejuvenation efforts of the Olmsted Parks. Wilderness Louisville is a great partner. The Children in Nature Network, Youth Build, Lynn Rippey, thank you for the work that you guys do with all of your good team. And Councilwoman Sherry Bryant Hamilton, thank you for being a steadfast champion of the parks. So as you look around our city, you can see that great things are happening in our park system. Our citizens tell us how much they love them every day, and they want us to invest more and more. And this grant from the National Recreation and Park Association is more evidence of the great progress in our city and the right track that our park system is on. Nature really is a fantastic classroom. She talks to us every day. And we're going to keep doing all that we can to both preserve our beautiful parks and take advantage of the learning opportunities that they offer to our citizens, especially our young people. So thanks everybody for coming out today. Bennett, I'll turn it back to you.
So I have the great honor of introducing our next speaker. She has been a tireless advocate for West Louisville in general, but has been a wonderful partner over a number of years here on the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative as the key proponent, key champion, who's helped move things forward when sometimes we don't seem to move as fast as we should. So with further ado, I'll introduce Sherry Bryant Hamilton, Councilwoman District 5.
Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be here for this announcement of this additional grant and funding for the restoration of Chickasaw Pond and further improvements to Chickasaw Park, one of the jewels in the Olmsted crown. Growing up on the parkway across from Chickasaw Park, I could see in one of those slides over there, actually that slide right there, that White House in the back is where I grew up. So I'm like right across the street from the park, from the pond, and this is a place that's near and dear to my heart. I can remember fond memories of ice skating in the winter on the pond and watching fathers and grandfathers teaching young people how to fish, the joys of being outside with nature and being peaceful. So I know how anxious everyone is for the return of the pond, for the return of access to the Ohio River, which this grant will help further that process. A big part of this project is community engagement. They've spoken a little bit about the Shawnee Outdoor Learning Center that's going to be in Shawnee Park, and there's also going to be a component in conjunction with this pond in Chickasaw Park. You know, it was many years ago that we wrote the master plan for Chickasaw Park and for Shawnee Park, and Bennett has taken it one step further with the Outdoor Learning Center initiative. So there is a steering committee that's involved with making sure that this comes about and that the community is involved. So as we expand to Chickasaw Park, we want to expand the membership and the composition of the community members on this Outdoor Learning Center steering committee. So we're putting out an ask to the community. If you love Chickasaw Park, if you enjoy the parks in general, if you're a resident of West Louisville and would like to be involved, you know, get in touch with the parks people because they will put you to work in a passion that you love. Thank you.
And so this project, well, thank you, Councilwoman Hamilton. This project really has been a long time coming. We've sort of been in the works since 2008. And I'm going to introduce Tony Parrott from MSD, the Executive Director, CEO. And I need to acknowledge a little bit MSD's involvement in the vision for this project, because had some employees who've been working for quite a while when I guess some of the consent decree and supplemental funding, which really went into the community for education. We benefited from that a number of years ago to actually get the program ECHO off the ground. And then some of the vision, some staff from MSD, some early visits we had to see what was going on in around the community, particularly in Phyllis Crochet, a great friend of mine. We had some inspiration from a facility in Milwaukee called the Urban Ecology Center, and so from that, we've been building for quite a while, and MSD has been involved with that from the beginning, and probably don't even know that at this point. But and the staff today from MSD, the partnerships that they're doing in the community, it's been fantastic. So we're so excited to embark on this with MSD's support, and I just want to acknowledge you, Mr. Parrott, and I hope this will be a great project. I'm sure it will.
Thank you, Bennett, and thank you, everyone. Obviously, we're very proud and very thrilled to be a partner with Metro Parks on this great opportunity. Chickasaw Park is a historic asset in our community, and in that park is a small pond with an enormous potential. Parks and natural resources and corridors impact the quality of life in our city, and this project includes benefits for the community and the environment. Our role in this grant centers around our mission of safe, clean waterways. This pond in Chickasaw Park needs restoration. The water levels are low and pollution can happen with stagnant water. Right now, it's not ideal for recreational use and habitat. So at MSD, we will help design a green infrastructure solution that will improve the water quality in the pond and increase the water depth in the end. So that will make it more attractive for residents and obviously for recreation such as fishing. In addition to that, we'll help with design techniques to improve public access of this water resource, and with bioswales within the park, native plants, and porous soils to filter stormwater and really mimic the natural environment that exists out there. One of the great parts of this project is that Metro Parks will work with Youth Build, and local students will get involved with the project. This is a great world learning opportunity, since these students will see how our inspectors work in the field to oversee and maintain green infrastructure. MSD has green infrastructure projects throughout the city, and we do that to minimize stormwater runoff and improve water quality in the streams and in the Ohio River. This Chickasaw project is an important component in improving the community and this community asset and really creating a sense of environmental stewardship, and we're excited to get to work. And I do want to recognize one of our staff members, Ms. Erin Wagoner, who is sort of the project lead who's been working with Parks, and so I just want to thank you for all the work that you've done on this as well.
Finally, I would love to have Chief James come up, Chief of Community Building for Louisville Metro, and have him say a few words. Chief James?
Thank you, Bennett, and thank you, Mayor, and thanks to all who have partnered in to being able to make this become a reality. Councilwoman Hamilton has been a soldier in making sure that these things happen, and with the mayor's leadership and vision about our community being a lifelong learning opportunity for all residents. This project and this opportunity really has an opportunity not only from an environmental standpoint, but from a quality of life. I too grew up in the Chickasaw neighborhood, and I remember going fishing. That's where I learned how to fish, in that very pond. My father took me there when I was 6 years old, and I'll never forget the times that we spent there. But what's exciting is that now kids from all over our community will have an opportunity to have that experience that I had several years ago. But the exciting thing is that when you think about how the park system is so critical in connecting all of our lives together, that you have people riding from bicycles from the East End coming to West Louisville, and the West Louisville residents riding their bikes around the Louisville Loop. All these connecting points, it engages our community in such a unique and powerful way that it makes our community a shining star in these United States of America. So it's exciting to be able to see these types of projects become a reality, and the continuation of us working to make our city a better place. Thank you for all of your leadership and partnership and collaboration, because it couldn't happen without all hands on deck. Thank you very much.
So I'm here representing Metro Parks today, but it very easily could have been Sevi Ghosh. Appreciate his leadership. You know, this is a grant from the National Recreation and Parks Association, which is an organization that Sevi has been integrally involved with and has brought that connection to our department over the last couple of years. And so, you know, it's really, you don't know how you get these grants, but sometimes it helps to have that relationship, and that has been key, I believe, for us getting this grant. And so just a couple of comments. One, I want to acknowledge Lynn Rippey. She's also serves on the board of Wilderness Louisville, our friends group for natural areas. The partnership as part of this project of getting the community involved and having a partner like Youth Build to be able to make that happen is critical. So this project is part of the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative, which is designed to create cradle-to-career opportunities for children to experience nature over the last couple of years with a number of key partnerships, the Cities Thinking Children Nature Initiative and the Healthiest Cities and Counties project through Aetna. We've really been able to build our capacity and put in place components that are complementary to create that access from cradle to career. So the Chickasaw project, while it won't result in construction of the pond, it's going to advance the project in terms of we'll have construction drawings that will allow us then to move forward this project, and it will complement, as Councilwoman Hamilton said, the Shawnee Outdoor Learning Center. So we are in a capacity building phase here where we're trying to develop a community capacity to do this kind of programming, lead this kind of programming with our help and guidance as a Metro Parks Department in the future here. So we're excited about the opportunities to give youth the experience to give back through as they gain experience and can go back and do environmental education in the community, lead these kind of programs, gain job skills that are going to improve their resumes. It's all really connected, and we're very proud to be at this point where we've got this kind of robust project and initiative that our Parks Department's leading. So with that, I guess we'll open it up to questions. Is that how this works, Mayor? So thank you all very much. Thank you.
Okay, any questions about this?
Are there any other problems with the pond besides the ones Mr. Abbott cited?
Obviously, the water depth is obviously an issue, and of course, the water quality impacting the habitat. In addition to work that we're doing in Chickasaw, there's other water quality improvements we're doing in Shawnee Park as well. So, but other than that, our efforts here is to make sure that the green infrastructure that we've designed will improve water quality and improve the water depth for this important asset.
Will any of the money be used to improve the pond as a fishery, provide some structure, something Christmas trees, lay down lily pads, something like that?
So a key, if I just give you a little bit of history, we had community block grant development funding a few years ago to pay for a technical analysis. So that's available on the web. If you go to memorialforest.com, you can find that. You can find the master plan for the West Louisville Outdoor Recreation Initiative. You can also find the technical addendum that goes through some of the issues associated with the pond and work we did to communicate with regulatory agencies about what the process could be to restore it. So yes, the quick answer is we have worked with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they basically, the proposals that we have conceptually that we're going to flesh out with MSD's support is how do we make that basically a supportable fishery that can be stocked annually by Fish and Wildlife, potentially included in their Fishing in Neighborhoods program, so that we're going to stock it multiple times per year, just like we do at Tom Wallace, Waverly Park, the pond at Chickasaw, at Cherokee Willow Pond. So that's the goal, and then to be able to offer that programming for youth through our ECHO program continually. So,
Is it being stocked now?
No, it hasn't been stocked for years.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming out.